Hey, what's up? Today I'm just doing a video on how to do a Vbit carve of a marine EGA in particular. Some people had messaged me, they were having some issues figuring out how to get it to Vbit carve correctly. So, this artwork here doesn't have a border around it, so I got it all centered to the workpiece, but the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a rectangle that is the exact size of the piece, so 22 inches by 11 and a quarter. And I'm just going to go over there to the align tool, and I'm going to have it center to the material right there at the top in the middle. So now that's set. I always do that this way. If you reopen the SVG and it doesn't center, it'll be, you can select the whole thing because there's a box, and then you can align it with the workpiece a lot better. All right, so this EGA in particular does not have a border. So first thing I want to do is I want to select all the stripes, and I want to group those. So let's get those grouped. Just going to right click it, group them. I'm going to do the same thing for the stars. Get the stars grouped. Now I'm going to select the entire EGA, and then I just got to hold shift and unselect the stripes and that border that we just created. And then we're going to group the EGA. Now with the EGA grouped, I'm going to go down to the bottom left to the offset tool. And well, first thing I want to show you is if I try to Vbit this right now, this is the issue that some people are running into. If I Vbit carve the EGA at 0.06, you'll see how it turns out. It carves a lot of stuff there. It takes about 45 minutes to carve. And we'll simulate that. And you can see how much material that Vbit is removing. I mean, either way, it'll still turn out nice. But if you want to eliminate extra work, extra painting, stuff like that, that's a very long process. All right, so we're going to delete that toolpath so we could start over. And now with the EGA selected, I just need to go back over to the drawing portion and go down to the bottom left to the offset. And we're going to offset that at 0.1. And that's going to create a border around the entire EGA. I usually do 0.1, and then I'll select that one and do another one. And then that's what I use to subtract from the stripes to make the shape. But for the purpose of this exercise, I'm just trying to show you how to Vbit carve a little bit differently. So we're going to select everything again. And we're going to take the stripes out. We're not going to take them out. We're going to unselect the stripes and the border around it. And then I usually will uncheck the EGA and the border just to make sure there isn't anything that else was created that's not needed. And you can see there was one little piece there that got created, so we're going to delete that out. And now we're going to select the EGA and the border. We're going to group those together. So now you have a border around something you were going to Vbit. So now when you tell it to Vbit carve, it's going to carve a lot faster. It's not going to remove as much material and takes a lot of the paint work out of play. So you'll see here, same settings, 0.06 with a Vbit. I'll just get it named. Now I got to remove the preview from the old one so you could see. But now you can see a lot of the things it was going to carve are now reversed. It's just leaving the wood there, and it's just putting an outline around it. And then the carve time's a lot faster. I think it's about 30 minutes now. So we're going to do the same thing for the stars. Vbit, I always do 0.42. That's the sweet spot number that I use. Some people do full depth. I do 0.42 because if you look at a render, that's right when the wood goes to a point at this specific size. Flag. Now, here I was going to set up the stripes, and I actually made a mistake. So I wasn't paying attention. I selected the stars again. Now this is the point where I'm looking at it, trying to figure out where the heck my stripes are. And then I realized that my stripe file is actually still the stars. Of course, I'm still spending the time doing a rendering because I guess I hadn't actually figured it out yet. But you can see the V-carve portion of the EGA looks nice and clean now. Stars are carving. Now I just got to delete the stripes file and redo that. So get that out of there. We'll go back into the artwork and actually select the stripes this time. And do a pocket at 0.05 is what I always do the stripes at. Something like this with artwork and the stripes, I always use a 1/8 end mill. Get that all set up. So total carve time on this is about 30 minutes on the EGA, about 30 on the stripes, and about 2 minutes or so, 2 to 10 minutes on the stars. So thanks for watching. See you on the next video.